Inequalities. Inequalities GCSE questions usually consist of 3 parts. One part is finding integer values that satisfy an inequality, so finding the whole numbers that work for a certain inequality, drawing an inequality on a number line, and solving an inequality, just like you solve an algebraic equation. So let's look at these 3 key areas separately. So the first one is to write down a set of integer values which satisfy the following inequalities. Right, so x is greater than 4. So this means we're looking for values which are bigger than 4. Now, if you got a question like this in an exam, they'd usually tell you to write down a certain number of values, because otherwise you'd be writing forever and ever and ever, because every number from 5 onwards is bigger than 4. So let's just write down the first 5. So we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Next, x is less than or equal to minus 2. Now the difference here is the equals 2 bit. That means we could have the value minus 2. But we need values less than minus 2 as well. So minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. Right. Here, we've got 2 inequalities. It says x is greater than 4, but x is less than 11. So x is greater than 4, but x is less than 11. So in this situation, we can write down all the integer values that work. So we can't have 4 because it's not equal to. So the first number we can have is 5. We can have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can we have 11? No, because it's not equal to. Right, one more. So x is greater than or equal to minus 1, but less than 6. So x is greater than or equal to minus 1, but less than 6. So we can have minus 1 because it says equal to. So minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can't have 6 because it doesn't say equal to. So that's the first part of the question. The second part of the question is typically show this inequality on a number line. So you'll be given this number line. So it says number 5, x is greater than 2. So we're looking for all values of x that are greater than 2. So what we do is we draw a circle at 2. And we're looking for numbers greater than 2. So you draw a line in this direction with an arrow on. Now you'll notice I haven't coloured in this circle. That is really important because if it doesn't say equal to, it's an open circle. If it says greater than or equal to 2, you colour in that circle. So let's have a look at one more. It says x is greater than or equal to minus 2, but less than 4. So x is greater than or equal to minus 2. So because it's equal to this time, I'm going to colour it in. And we're going up to 4. And all we do is draw a straight line in between the two. Now the key points here are to remember that if it's open, it's not equal. If it's coloured in, it's equal. Right, and finally, the third part is we could be asked to solve an inequality. Now, this is exactly the same as solving normal algebra equations, which we've been doing for a long time. So you've just got to remember that the opposite, the inverse function to adding is subtracting, and the inverse function to multiplying is dividing. So, x add 3 is greater than 7. So, we want to get this, so we've got x on its own. So the opposite to adding 3 is subtracting 3 from both sides. So we're going to be left with x is greater than 7 minus 3, which is 4. Next, 3x is less than 24. So the opposite to multiplying by 3 is to divide by 3. So divide both sides by 3. So we're left with x is less than 8. Next one. 4x plus 3 is greater than or equal to 19. So we want to firstly get this, so we just got 4x on the left hand side. So we need to subtract 3 from both sides, and we'll be left with 4x is greater than or equal to 19 minus 3, which is 16. And the next step, because now we've got 4 lots of a number, well, we need to divide by 4, because that's the opposite. So divide by 4, and we're left with x is greater than or equal to 4. Now some people like to change the question to solving 4x plus 3 equals 19, which is the same as what we're given. That's fine, but you must remember at the end to put the inequality back in. Right, the final one to go through is 6x minus 5 is less than or equal to 22. So, first step, we want to be left with 6x on its own, so we're going to add 5 to both sides. So we get 6x is less than or equal to 27. Now, we've got 6 lots of number, we only want 1, so we divide them both sides by 6. So 6 divided by 6 is 1x, and 6 over 27, well, 27 over 6, how many 6 is going to 27? Well, that's 4, and that's 24, and it's 3 6 left over, and 3 6 is the same as a half, so it's x is less than or equal to 4.5. And that is all you need to know for inequalities. Now you could be asked to graph inequalities, but you'll do that in class.